Hey guys, it's Dave, your mortgageguy.com. And for years and for a very long time, they've always talked about generational wealth, the gap in wealth in the United States. And one thing that concerns me is where real estate is going and how I think that's really going to cause an even bigger divide between the wealthy and the non-wealthy, and how you can use real estate to your advantage to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Okay, but before I do that and break all that down, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep up with more videos like this. So hedge funds have really come into the market buying single family properties during COVID. Prior to COVID, for the most part, buying single family homes was not an attractive option for hedge funds, corporations, any of that. It just wasn't something they thought they would do. They didn't like the returns. It wasn't going to give them what they wanted. They didn't know the market. And it can be difficult, right? If they don't know the market versus your realtor knows the market. So a couple things have happened. A humongous amount of properties have been bought by hedge funds, okay? I'm based in Houston, Texas. In the end of 2020, D.R. Horton sold 124 homes in a new construction community to a hedge fund. So a hedge fund came in and bought 124 brand new homes, single family homes. Now let's talk about that. What does that do to the regular home buyer? Okay, it removes 124 homes off the market, which hurts. This is also becoming a strategic business plan for builders and for more hedge funds that want to get into it, buying communities, okay? So a couple things happen there. It takes them off the market, okay, hurting the buyer, which we went over. They're offering cash, which makes them look much more attractive to home sellers versus maybe somebody who needs financing, okay? Now, what is the long game of this, okay? They're benefiting on rental income. They're benefiting on homes appreciating in value, which they've done drastically over COVID. Now, if this continues to happen, builders will build more communities to sell to the hedge funds and or making those neighborhoods only available to rent versus own, hurting home buyers from buying a home and having that wealth from the appreciation, okay? So that's a concern, right? The other concern there is, what would those hedge funds do in the future? Like, if it starts to lose money, would they just go to market selling hundreds and thousands of, homes? They won't. Here's why. They know that in order to sell, they have to sell at the height, right? You sell high, buy low. If they go and sell a whole bunch of them all at once, you're flooding the market, you're increasing supply, which will lower the price and really affecting the demand there, right? Because there's too much product for the amount of buyers. So they won't do that. My concern is that this will continue to grow and really make it difficult for people to buy what they're buying, which is starter homes, okay? You see this in other countries already where there isn't a lot of property, and so it's passed on to generation and generation. The United States has never done that, or it's never been really all that cool, because you could just sell it. Some kids don't want that house, they want their own, etc., etc. So I think there's a couple of things here. One, we've got to continue to watch that in the years coming to see where that goes. If it makes it difficult to own a home, it's going to hurt people increasing their wealth that they can then pass on to younger generations. That's going to affect generational wealth for those regular folks who are doing it based off of owning a home, right? And so that's scary and that's concerning. I think it's also important to think about selling your home to a family versus a business, okay? If all things are being equal, or you could even maybe give up some things in order to do the right thing, I think selling it to an individual versus a business is something that all of us as a community need to think about, okay? I also think we need to start to look at real estate, no matter what level you're at, as an investment and passing that on to your children, who may pass it on to their grandchildren. It's going to give them a huge leg up going in there, knowing that that's available for them, right? Maybe gifting them the home when they start, if it is difficult for them to buy their own home, okay? So hedge funds buying up property, there is not a lot of data out there on the percentage. I've seen 2%, 1%, whatever. The truth of the matter is, if that plan works, they will do more of it, right? They're not done buying. They're now into this realm, this kind of spot of single family home buying that never was this cool of a topic previously for gigantic hedge funds. And it's now becoming that. And the builders are playing a part in that, right? Which in their defense is, it's business. So I get that. So to recap, let's think about selling to individuals and families to really help out each other, if all things being equal, right? To help this, we need to monitor where hedge funds are going and buying homes and if it's affecting the people trying to buy a starter home, okay? And let's think about passing on that property to our children and our grandkids as an asset to give them a chance to make it if that gap in generational wealth or wealth in general continues to get further and further apart between the rich and the well-to-do and those of us who are middle class or low middle class or upper middle class or whatever it is, okay? So these are my thoughts. I'll keep you updated as I see more of it, but something to think about, all right? Call or email anything, comment down below, and if you find my videos helpful, I'd love to be your lender. Thanks, guys.